I'm Ioan Humpheries. I'll just do a quick, let you know, wrong way, who I am and what I do. So I'm a fifth generation sheep, beef and poultry farmer. The farm was originally just sheep and beef. I diversified into poultry in 2019. I took over the farm when I was 20 years old. So unfortunately, my dad got prostate cancer and said, you can run it or I'll sell it. So I kind of got thrown into that when I was 20. So I've been running it for 10 years. The business, yeah. So I'm currently running about 750 breeding ewes and then a small suckler herd just because I like cows. They're more of a hobby than a business venture. And then in 2019, I built the 32,000 free-range poultry unit. So I'd been running the farm for 6 years and decided the sheep and beef market was volatile. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I needed a steady income, a bit of security with the farm. So I went to my parents and said, do you think you'd let me build a 32,000 bird chicken shed? They were a bit skeptical at first. It took about 6 to 7 months of convincing mum and dad to let me build that shed. I had to take them to other people's sheds, take them to get used to chickens and everything. It wasn't an easy decision, but I was very lucky that in the end they let me get on with it. My mum has 3 log cabins. She's been running them for 15 years. And also my sister, she runs 2 romantic getaways, like little couple retreats kind of thing. They're nothing to do with me, really. They're part of the business, but I stay clear because, people scare me. Right, why I diversified? Yeah, so as you know, farming is a very volatile business. It's up and down. The sheep market back in 2019 wasn't very strong. The cattle market was no good for me, really, because I only had hobby cows. I just mess around. I buy calves, I rear them up. I'm friends with them all. They've all got names, and they just so I had to have something that could make money and secure the future of the family farm. So we've been farming there since 1903, and I didn't want to be the one to put it all down the drain. So I needed a secure business. I explored different options. I looked at doing dairy, but I don't drink milk, so that was straight up a no-go. I also looked at pigs, but I think the pig market's more volatile than the sheep and cattle market, so that was a straight up no. And then I went and saw Lloyd's Animal Feeds, and they showed me a really, really fancy Excel sheet with a lot of big numbers on it, and I liked that. They duped me into that anyway. The struggles. Planning took way longer than I expected, so it took just over a year to get planning permission for the poultry unit. It's in the middle of nowhere. The roads are terrible. I had to build lay-bys, passing places, entrances before I could start building it. And then just as I started building, COVID came along, and everyone just shut down. I couldn't import anything, so the inside of the shed is from Holland, so that couldn't come over. I couldn't get any workers. That was a horrendous time. And then I couldn't get any electricity to the shed, so I ran on generators for the first 4 months of the poultry business, which was horrendous. And then when I did manage to get electricity, because I was so desperate, they said, you're paying us this, whether you like it or not. So my electricity bills went through the roof. And then when I finally did get my hens in, the egg price went through the floor. So I built the shed I had hens in 2020, and in 2021 I considered selling it. I said to Mum and Dad, this has been the worst mistake of my life. There's a chicken shed there. The chickens need 40 acres. I think we should just sell it. The state of the egg market was the chicken shed wasn't worth any money. So I spent 1.5 million on this chicken shed, and it was worth £10. Like, nobody, who wants to buy a business that's not making money? So I just stuck with it. How I overcame them. I put solar panels on the roof to try and reduce my electricity costs, but I can only put 34 kilowatts on it because now the grid is full and the electricity company won't let me put any more on. But I can work around that. Chris Brooks at Westflight is there, and he's gonna sort something out for me. And what else? Yeah, I went to social media. So egg price was down here, feed, electricity, everything was up here. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to call out the supermarkets. I've had enough. I've only started the business, only just started it. What's the worst that can happen? So that's what I did. I called out the supermarkets for not paying us a fair price. Sainsbury's, their market shares dropped after the videos. I think I got some. What have I got on here? Oh, nope, that way. This way. Here we go. The media. Yeah, there's 1 million views on them videos, which was absolutely ridiculous. This is when I'd only just started social media. I didn't really know what I was doing. And the way I was doing social media and the way I still will do social media to help my business is to create content as if I want to watch it. So if you're thinking of doing social media, it not only did it help my business, it helped everyone's business. I didn't just have my intentions, although I wanted it to help me, it's helped the wider pot, and that is what has helped my social media grow and helped resonate with other people and helped kick the supermarkets and the feed suppliers in the arse. Am I allowed to say the word arse? A bit, to give us a fair price, because, you know, social media is a very, very powerful tool, but it can be used in the wrong ways. A lot of people use social media with one thing in mind, and that's themselves. The way social media, in my opinion, social media should be worked, and the way it will help your business is to help the wider community. So if you're obviously I'm a poultry farmer, a sheep farmer, a beef farmer, I do social media to try and help them industries grow, not just help my farm grow. And if that industry grows, then my farm gets dragged along with it. It's the same with the log cabins my mum runs and my sister runs. So if they help and support other holiday lets in the area and the local shops, well, it creates a closer knit community of them businesses which can grow together. I know it's like you think, right, I need to grow my business, need to grow social media, but growing together is better than growing on your own. What else have I got on here? Oh, yeah, there's me in my lovely hat. So I don't class myself as an influencer. I hate the term. I don't influence people in a good way usually. I'm a bit of a loose cannon. I am a Welsh farmer who's doing my best to show the public and other farmers the reality of farming, you know, the ups and downs, the struggles, the real lives, what happens. If something if something good happens, I'll share it. If something bad happens, I'll also share it. And I'm very, very lucky that people enjoy watching what I do. So I always watch back my videos, and if I don't like what I see, or if it's coming the way that I'll get rid of it, because you've got to enjoy the way you're doing it. So if you look back and you think, oh, what did I do that for? It's going the wrong way. It should always, you should always be doing social media for the enjoyment and the pleasure you get from doing it. Not, I know some people have a job as being a social media person, but as a little small farming business, it's not really what you to do. And yeah, that's Jacob Anthony's Royal Welsh Show ambassador badge. It went missing for about 6 months. Yeah, won't tell anyone about that. Let's skip past that quick. Yeah, why I do it. So I do social media to help the wider community. You can always grow your business through social media. That's an old picture too. I've lost where I'm going here now. Yeah, not for personal gain. Although it does help me, it helps my farm business. I get a lot of, perks from doing social media, but that's not my main goal. My main goal, and I will always say it, and it always will be, is to help the industry. Oh, no, I did have more on my chicken shed because it's modern farming, but I've lost some clips. So, don't know if you can see there. Yeah, so in my chicken shed, I've tried to make it as modern as possible. So I have the new Quip Big Dutchman system in there. So the feed is automated, the water is automated, the doors open and close, lights are all done via computer. And this is to get the productivity of the shed as efficient as possible. So the hens wake up at a certain time, they get a certain amount of feed when they can, to make sure they're producing as many eggs as they possibly can. Then I've got the Synovo egg sorting robot. You can just see it here, which all we'd have to do as staff in the chicken shed is walk in the system to make sure the hens are all okay, and then pull out any dirty or cracked eggs when they get to the belt. The robots sort them onto their trays of 30. The robots stamp them. Another one stacks them onto trays of 6, and then the final robot puts them onto the pallet of 4 layers high. It would have been really cool if I had a video of that to show you, but I'll have to go to my manager about my slideshow. So the reason I did this was for efficiency. Main chicken shed staff are either coming up to retirement age or young 16-year-olds, because it's 4 hours a day. So on the weekends you have your young staff working, and then in the week people drop their kids off at school or drop their grandkids off at school and come and work in your chicken shed. I have 2 staff that can run that shed. One person to walk the birds and on the belt, and then another person just strictly on the belt. No one has to touch any of the pallets. There's no heavy lifting. That palletizer cost me about 70,000. I don't mind telling you how much I spend on things. It cost me about 70,000. And I worked out it's going to take about 4 years to pay for that in staff wages. But it makes it a nicer work. I know it's cost me that money and it's going to take 4 years, but it's a better work environment for my staff to work in. It's more efficient. If they're happier working, the robot's doing all the heavy lifting, they're listening to their music, they're concentrating more on picking out all the eggs, which then results in me getting less seconds sent to my egg packer, and then I get more money because I sell my seconds in the pub, actually. People come to the pub and buy all my second eggs. What else do I do? Not much, really. Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that the end of my slot?
That's the end of your slot. Thank you very much. If we can all show our appreciation.